Evening, everybody, and welcome to this installment here of the Outlanders on Roll With It. It's been a while since we've been on, but scheduling hiccups aside, we are back tonight for this, the next step in the story, so to speak. And so we'll go ahead and hop right in with a quick recap. So last time we got together, the group was returning from the Draconic or the Draco Lich transformation chamber, chasing down a lead on Ski Rod, had found the chamber, gone in, eliminated some members of Ski Rod's cult that he has going. Had a brief encounter with him before he teleported himself out by some means, and Rith decided to enter the transformation chamber that was in one of the rooms and received a bit of a, I don't want to say warning, but encouragement to continue on after Ski Rod, and a mild change in his appearance, we'll say. And also his breath weapon seems to have changed into that one of force, as opposed to his acid, I believe is what he had by you previously. Acid weapon, yeah. Um, and you guys headed back through Waymoot, met with Lord Kivin there about the Comfort Inn, House of Comfort, Comfort Inn, whatever it is. The place where Renault was and their dubious practice. And from there, made your way to speak with Lady Tessero, let her know about what had happened, received an item, a ring of teleportation that is currently in the possession of Damien to help the group out should they need to get from one place to another fairly quickly. Got a little bit of information on the teleportation spell itself while Lady Tessero was in the midst of preparing to travel down towards the Dracolich transformation chamber herself to evaluate or to look into what you guys had found there, including the new apparatus that was there since she was there quite some time ago. And you headed back to Arabelle, where we left off as you guys were entering the city through the infamous East Gate at the north end of the city to head towards the North Watch Tower or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember if we actually named your guys' tower or not, but heading back into the city to do a little bit of research yourself and figure out your next steps. So we leave off with you guys entering the city. Where would you like to go first?
Um,
Uh, do we want to talk to Michael?
That'd probably be a good idea.
He was looking up some stuff for us about, what area was it? I don't remember. I don't have it on my notes either. Because I don't think I actually knew until you guys told me in the last session.
I mean, it probably wouldn't hurt to talk to him anyway. Um, I mean, let's be honest. We tell him about everything we're doing anyhow.
Yeah, and maybe he can help with my situation a bit, even.
Okay. So you guys want to head towards Iglar's Fine Wines then? Speak with him if he's there?
I will.
Anyone not going to Iglar's?
I'll go.
See, reason not to.
I'll go.
I'll head that way.
All right. So
Do it.
the group makes their way through the town of Arabelle, heading towards Iglar's Fine Wines on the west side of the town, just north of the castle there, east of the Citadel. Very familiar place to you guys coming in. It's mid-afternoon, so his place is always has someone there, seems like. It's not necessarily one of its busier time frames right now, but you guys are able to head in, and after speaking with one of the people that has, one of the serving women there that has seen you a good number of times, the hostesses, they let Iglar know of your arrival, and he meets you at a familiar table in a back room. So that way you guys have a little bit of privacy as you speak. So, comes in with you guys. Oh, welcome. Welcome back. That was, seems that you guys weren't gone much, very long at all. I trust things went well.
Well, we uprooted his base of operations, but he did manage to elude us. He had a person that teleported him to a volcanic mountain peak, and we're currently heading back through this area to check one out. And then we have several others that we need to check out as well.
Volcanic mountain peak. Oh, Rithwood, kind of, that's quite the different look you have, my friend. I'm sure there's a story there, and enjoy to hear a little bit later. But, is it much like the place that you shared with me?
We believe so, but
Interesting.
not sure.
Interesting. Well, I'm sorry to hear that he got away, but I mean, uprooting his base of operations, I'm sure that will hopefully have a lasting impact. Is there anything that you needed from me at this point, or?
Lilith was talking about something that she needed from you, but I don't know what it was.
Oh, of course. What can I help you with?
Well, and then I'll just tell the story, the whole story. Let him in on everything.
Okay. So sharing what you shared with the group in
Yep.
the last session. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I'm not sure I'm 100% familiar with well, said Lord Keth Morn, is that correct?
Yes.
I've heard of him. Never really seemed like much of a player to take note of, to be honest with you, in some of the circles that I've spoken to. However, I mean, if he's allied himself with the Centrum, that would be noteworthy. And you believe they were... Do you know where they were going next? These bounty hunters, or...
My source did not say.
Interesting. So they're looking for someone of your description?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I have not had anyone come in here, or at least that I've been told of by my staff, that was looking for someone of your description. Nor have we had anyone trying to obtain any information necessarily from that region. So maybe Mr. Stone gave them some additional information, though. Why he would withhold anything? Well, there could be reasons. I mean, if they demanded anything from him, I'm sure they would have sent them on a direction in any way but the way they should have gone. He could be a little bit petty like that, but very well. I will keep my ears to the ground for that for you.
I appreciate that.
I did do a little bit of research, though. Guess getting back to previously, you guys had asked me to look into some of the places Rith that you had seen, that you were given insight into.
Yes. For the
Damon Fae.
Damon Fae.
I looked into one of them. The volcanic one. I'm not sure where that was. Not enough of the features in that one were, I guess you could say, noteworthy enough to pinpoint or isolate. But the other one definitely appeared to be the ruins of Mythdraenor and the City of Shade would be my... I would feel fairly certain on that aspect. I believe your friend Kelnorn would know more than likely where that is. Otherwise, I haven't heard anything new on that side myself.
Did you send people that way to see if they spot any Damon Fae?
I have not sent anybody to the Cormanther Forest. No, it's a bit further out of my reach than I would be comfortable sending my people. It's a good 10-day and a half, but I've been keeping... I have some people in the area that I know of, a contact still in that area, to see maybe if they can let me know if they hear anything. But Cormanther could be I don't want to necessarily say just a dangerous place, but unpredictable. So I can probably give you a better map of the area that might help if you want to take a look or investigate.
Yeah.
So where, I mean, we're probably going to finish what we're working on now, but where exactly is the Cormanther Forest?
Well, it's
Go.
northeast of here.
Over the mountains?
Roughly, yeah. I mean, you would go through the Knowles Pass and continue up that way towards Shadowdale, or the Dale Lands, I guess is more affectionately as they're referred to. I mean, your, so I believe your mentor's, sorry, your former mentor's home was near Cormanther or in the outskirts of Cormanther, if I remember correctly, right?
Yes.
Right. So yeah, and it would the ruins of Mythdraenor would be north of there or so, probably 4 to 7 days travel into the forest. There are a few roads that should take you nearby. Was there anything else I can help you with?
Do you have any contacts through the Knowles Pass or up at Castle Crag?
Which castle you said?
I believe it's Castle Crag, isn't it? Crag? Up there at the lead of the Knowles Pass?
Place that are you talking about the place that was referenced last time?
I believe so.
Kilgrave.
Kilgrave?
Yeah.
Sorry, on the map it says Castle CRAG.
Oh, I mean I don't think that one was referenced.
Oh, okay.
Last time, because the only place you guys knew of was Castle Kilgrave. Okay, so the uh, Castle Crag. I don't necessarily have any contacts there. It's more of a military outpost than anything else.
I was just seeing if we had anything on the way up to the mountains where we would be hunting. But if you
I
don't
mean,
have
they could
anything,
probably
then make our own contacts.
Yeah, I mean, you're certainly. I would certainly stop by there. They if there's anything that's happening in the region, they would probably know a fair amount. They tend to keep that area as well patrolled as they can. It's a difficult area to keep fully staffed, but or fully manned. Just because
It's
of
mountainous.
yeah,
I imagine they spend enough time just defending the road.
Indeed, lots of places, things to hide up there.
Okay. Well, I don't need anything from this fine gentleman. Do you guys have anything else for him?
Nami?
All right. Well,
Okay.
if there's anything else I come across, I'll certainly pass it along. Feel free to stop by anytime. I always look forward to your visits. All right.
I'll head out.
All right.
Yep. Do we want to stop by the post office?
Or what?
Or head to the tower? Or El Hazir?
What time of day is it?
Afternoon, probably maybe doing like 2 and 3.
Should we gather whatever it is that we need, sleep in our tower tonight, and head out in the morning?
That'd probably be a good idea. That way we can get a decent night rest before we go.
Yeah. It would make sense.
All right, I'll take my horse and head to Al Hazir's.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow just because I can.
Right.
I'm headed to the post office.
All right.
Kovac is heading to the tower.
I'll go
Hour
with
away.
Kovac to the
All right.
tower.
Split the party.
Ha! Not only
It's
did
always
we
a good
split it
idea.
once, we split it twice.
That's what we do best.
Maybe 3 times if Kalnoran goes somewhere different. You never
Yeah,
know.
he's going to the woods.
Rith, are you good, or do you want me to go with you?
I'm good.
No. You're good? Okay. Then I will go back to the tower. I still have some unpacking to do. Since I literally came in and I think we left that day. So
All right. So, El Hazir's. Rith, Rowan, you guys are heading in.
Yeah.
So, assuming looking for him for your boots, as you said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should have only taken, I think he said like 5 to 7 days potentially.
Yeah, I mean, he was indicating that it wouldn't take excessively long to increase the enchantment on them. So, I think you already paid him
Enchantment.
for it.
Yep.
So,
Paid them in full.
all right. So, he will be able to provide you with them. We work went by fairly routinely on them. The enchantments themselves weren't too hard to work on, just a bit of a time-consuming process. So, but
Okay.
no unexpected glitches or mishaps, so they should be good to go.
Remember what the change was?
Oh goodness, can't remember if it was an additional.
I have it written down. I just need to find it.
Okay, I know I have it probably written down somewhere too, but I'm not sure which piece of paper it's on. I've got too many on my desk. We're just some for the campaign for here and some for the campaign at home. I don't.
Yeah, so it wasn't defined yet. I guess you hadn't defined it,
Oh,
but I
okay.
was the booth's length of time and
Right.
the number of times per day I could use it were
Right.
what was being modified.
Okay. All right. I thought I had something written down. I'll take a look and
Okay.
let you know. I don't think I made any kind of changes on here yet.
Yeah, it's not on the boots itself.
Yeah.
I also want to see if you procured a ring, one of the ring of freedom.
Oh, the freedom
we had
of
talked about?
movement.
Yeah.
He has not as of yet.
Okay. Does he happen to have another one of those potions of moot freedom or whatever it is that he
Oh, the
had
oil of
previously?
slipperiness, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't remember how much I had for that. Do. Sorry, I'm looking through all of my potions and whatnot I have here. I want to say that one was like 250 for gold.
Sounds about right.
Let's see. What does he have? Yes, two of them.
Yeah, I'll take both.
Okay. Because I
You wanna
believe
throw them
that
in
gives you
my-
the ability to have either like freedom of movement on you, or you can pour them out and have like grease.
Yeah.
I think the effect of grease.
Yep. If I pour it on myself, I get freedom of movement, so I can't be held.
Right.
You know, greased up pig, greased up dragonkin. It's the same thing.
Yeah, not much
Try it,
difference. Yeah.
maybe.
It's not
No.
all the same. Oh, that's not it. Oh, there it is. Haha, I found it. Okay.
Did I end up giving Mike? Did I end up giving you that sword? That long sword that we found?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I don't
I
have
think
that
he
in my
was-
inventory.
I think he was
Hang on.
undecided on it yet, right? Weren't you
Oh
still?
no, I do have it. I have it in my inventory still. Okay,
Fine.
never mind. Yeah, he
Still
was
got Fisto
undecided.
mulling it over.
Yep.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't. Kovac didn't have any use for it at the time.
Okay.
So I think Rith was just going to hang on to it, I think, and, potentially sell it or do something
Yep.
with it later
Okay.
on.
I just wanted to make sure. I wasn't certain if you had decided on whether or not you wanted it or not. So
No. Yep, no.
okay, I will pull it out then
Okay.
and ask Alhazir if he would like to look at it and see his thoughts.
Does this
Okay.
look infected to you?
He'll take a moment. He'll say, if you'll give me a moment, I would like to. I'll take a few moments to identify it. If you got about 10 minutes to.
Yep.
Wait
I
around.
can wait.
All right. Oh, my good Sir Rowan. Was there anything you needed?
Oh, I'm just here with Rith hanging out.
Very well. I did not want you to feel like you were being ignored.
Oh, you're good. You're good. I can tell you about that sword if you don't want to take 10 minutes.
Well, I mean, I will have to identify it regardless. But
Oh, okay.
if you know about it, I would be happy to hear.
And I'm gonna tell him exactly what it is, but because I don't remember what it is. Sword of wounding.
Yep. Long sword.
Long sword of wounding.
Hit points lost by this weapon's damage can be regained only through a short or long rest, rather than by regeneration magic.
Yeah, you can't heal yourself. Yeah.
Yep. I'll say, and you wish to part with this? Is that right?
Yes. Nobody in the party has shown or any desire for it outside of their normal weapons, anyways. So.
Okay. Well, I mean, this is I'm certain that I can find someone who would find use for this. This is would be a sought after item by numerous individuals. Are you looking for gold or trade in some way? What was your preference?
What would you? I mean, what would you do for gold, or what would you do for trade?
As far as credit inside of the store, I guess it would depend on whether or not I can find a buyer right away. If I can find a buyer right away, the store credit itself would be slightly more. As far as gold, I'd probably be looking at about 5,000. If I can find a buyer for this relatively soon, I could potentially give you store credit in maybe 8,000.
Lilith is nowhere around, but she goes, hmm?
The
Sense
choice
of
is yours to
disturbance
make.
in the force.
You can either, if you want to, you can hang on to yourself and make a decision, or if you want, I can certainly look for a buyer.
I will take the 8,000 in credit.
Well, that'll be dependent upon me finding a buyer quickly. I'll say I'm confident I could find you one.
Then I will do that.
Very well. All right. I will. If you are you going to be in town long?
No, we are heading out, but I trust in you having the sword.
Okay. No, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure. When do you plan on leaving?
Tomorrow we are heading towards. What was that? Castle, or Knowles Pass, Castle Craig. I think it's right.
Kilgrave.
Castle Kilgrave is the one that's
Kilgrave.
up in the mountains. Castle Craig is on the way.
Yeah, I don't think you guys had discussed Castle Crag at all.
Okay, yeah.
I know Kilgrave was something you guys had
Kilgrave,
discussed, but
As we are hunting a foe in the northern area.
you believe they're at Castle Kilgrave, or is that just where you're...
That is where we are heading to depart to where we're going.
Oh, okay. I was going to say Castle Kilgrave is quite a notorious location, but very well. I will find a buyer for this, probably relatively soon for you, though. And when you return, I will have the credit ready for you.
Fantastic.
Very well. Well, thank you for bringing this to me. I'm sure you could have gone a good number of places, but I appreciate your continued business.
My pleasure. I also have this drift globe for sale.
Oh,
if you would like to procure it back. I believe I purchased it once from you.
I do believe so, yes. Question for you. Are you including the harness that you got for it? Okay.
Yep. I just pulled the whole thing out.
Okay. Say this is quite the craftsmanship you have here with this.
You can strap it on and you
yes,
no longer have to hold it.
Very very utilitarian. Smart. Very good. Might I say your common has come quite far since we spoke last.
Thank you. I have had help in many ways.
Well,
to improve
whomever has
myself.
been helping you, they deserve all the credit and thanks that you could give them. Say, well, if you're looking to sell this back, did you want to just include that with the credit?
Yes, that would be fine.
Okay. I could probably include an additional 750 gold for that. So
That will be fine.
probably be around 9,000 when you get back in total.
Okay.
Very well. Well, I wish you safe travels. If you can avoid Castle Kilgrave, I would. It has as I said, quite a notorious reputation.
Good to know. I'm gonna go ahead and delete those 2 items out of my inventory if you're okay with
Okay.
it.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay.
Drift globe and
The longsword of wounding.
Yep.
Do you happen to have just 3 or not 3, 5 canvas sacks I could buy off of you, or
Asking him if he just has 5 canvas sacks.
yeah.
Oh, I have a few sacks. Yes, I don't. He'll say with the purchase of the 2 potions, that's fine. You can have them.
Okay.
For all I care.
You want to throw those potions in my inventory when you get a chance then
Yep.
too.
I will do that.
Rowan,
Yep.
you have anything here you need?
No, I don't think so.
Shall we go get a drink?
Sure.
Perfect. He will lead him to the pit.
All right.
Oh no.
Oh, we're not gonna fight. It's R&R time.
Uh-oh.
R&R. All right. So, Lilith, you were heading towards the post office.
Yes.
Okay.
Hood up.
All right. No problem. You are heading there. Not Shelby is behind the counter. Can't remember what did we say his name was? I can't remember now.
George.
George, not Shelby. It's a very peculiar surname, but yes, you'll see George behind the counter.
Ah, Mr. George, not Shelby. How are you today?
Doing well. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. Do you know Shelby's whereabouts?
Oh, from my understanding, she's taken a bit of a sabbatical from the guard.
That's good.
Last I knew.
That's good. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. And I'm going to look at the postings on the...
Okay.
See if there's anything of interest. I mean, I'm not really looking, but I'm just kind of looking to make sure it look like I'm looking.
Yeah. I mean, the basic postings that are there are for the, very basic jobs that they put out there. Nothing really that catches your eye since it's stuff that you guys started out doing a few months ago. Things that range anywhere from pay of like a couple hundred gold pieces to maybe 700, and for
I'd
you
love to
guys,
waste my time.
a pittance at this point. Yeah, like, well, who cares?
He does.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there are a few jobs that are there. Not as many as normal. When you guys have come in, you only see maybe 3 that are available at the moment. And most of them are, except one pays 250 gold pieces, another one's 400, another one is 750.
Do I see any on there with my name on it?
No.
Okay. That's really the thing I was looking for.
Okay.
To see if anybody had put anything up.
No, nothing that you see there.
All right. Thank you, George, not Shelby. And I'll leave. And I want to go to the tailor. I don't remember the one I went to before. I'm looking it up.
Let's see. I don't have that one. I think on the legend on the map. Unless it was Qualian's fine clothing.
It wouldn't have. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't guess I wrote it down either.
So that was the only one that you guys that I had on here right now. But I know that there was another one. I have a list somewhere else.
Just a tailor.
Okay.
And I want to walk in and say, I'm looking for a black cloak. Do you have any available?
Yeah. Anything in particular, or any kind of special? Are you looking for something that's good for the winter or traveling?
Something that's a little warmer would be okay, but nothing special. No need. I just like black.
Okay. Well, let's see here. All right, so they will show you a collection of, well, they'll bring out a few. There's a spot where they have several black cloaks that are hanging, but most are too large for you. But they do have a few that are designed either some that are for children but don't really work for you since you still are a halfling woman. But they do have a few that were designed for either in between like gnome and dwarf size. So there's a handful of them. Some that have a little bit of embroidering done on them, and some that are a little bit more just basic.
Yep, that's what I'm looking for. Just the basic.
Okay, so they have a couple of basic ones that are sewn in there, fairly nice quality. Would cost you about 2 silver pieces.
I will take it.
Okay.
And then I am also looking for a piece of black fabric. Just maybe, and I'll do like a foot and a half wide, maybe.
Okay. As far as like length too.
Yeah, I'm basically I'm gonna make a mask out of it, but
okay.
I'm just kind of exaggerating the size a little bit so he doesn't know exactly what size.
No, that's fine. Yeah, I have some scraps of fabric. I could throw it in there for a couple copper.
Okay. I've got a project I'm working on.
Oh yeah, sure. I've got some scraps here that.
I'll give him 5 copper for the scrap.
Right. Yeah. Say all right. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. I appreciate it. He will include it in with the parcel for you. Say, do you want this wrapped up or?
No, you don't have to wrap it, and I'll just stick it in my bag.
All right. Anything else I can help you with?
No, that's it. Thank you very much. I believe I have all my supplies that I need.
Excellent. You good luck on your project there, and I
Thank
hope
you.
the cloak keeps you nice and warm.
Thank you very much. And now I will head to the tower.
All right. All right. Anything else for anyone? Guess Kelnorn, were you journeying with anybody, or are you waiting at the entrance of the city?
I would have went to the tower.
Okay. All right. Just checking. All right. So, 3 of you are at the tower. Rith and Rowan, you guys heading to the pit after you finish up. Lilith heading back to the tower afterwards. All right. All right. Anything anybody else is doing for the rest of the day? Or you guys are, the 3 of you are there at the tower. Anything you want to do while you're there?
No, not particularly.
Nope. Probably just hang out in his room.
Okay. All right. Lilith, are you just working on your...
Yeah, I'll work on my mask. And then I'm gonna have. I'll see if Ilga will help me dye my hair because
Very
I have
well.
I have black dyes in my
Yeah, your
disguise kit.
kit. Sure.
Yep.
All right.
Lilith, if you're gonna work on that, do you want some disguise self spells?
No, this will last longer.
Yeah, I mean that's more permanent, but you know,
Yeah.
disguise self can also make your race change, and they're not going to be looking for.
Well, there's lots of halflings in the world, so
Yeah.
I've done this for a few years now. It's kind of a second nature thing, but I do appreciate it.
Okay. Well, I have a ring of spell storing. If you want me to fill it up with some disguise selves, I can do that for you.
Sure, if you don't have something else to put in there.
I mean, right now, no.
Forget in a
Nothing.
pinch.
Nothing too crazy. It just allows me to cast more things, but I haven't reached my limit yet. Up to you. If you want some, I can do that tonight.
I'll say if you want to put one in there, that's fine. If not, if you have more important spells, please do. Please put your more important spells.
Well, I believe
I do
you
have my
to
disguise
attune to the
kits.
ring would be the only thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you're attuned to currently.
I am about my max.
Okay, well then that kind of answers that question.
Yeah. I have a disguise kit, and I'm pretty good with it.
Fairly proficient with it. Okay.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd help in whatever way I could.
So I'll have Ilga help me dye my hair black.
Okay. All right. So just go ahead and give me a disguise kit check. At advantage, since you have her helping you out.
All right. So
Double ones.
That good thing she's lucky.
Another one.
That would be unfortunate.
See if I can,
Is it a sleight of hand or what kind of check is it?
because it's in my bag
No, there
of
should be an
holding.
extra
Oh, it's
tools
on
check.
the
It's a tool
on the
check.
yeah,
Yeah.
tools. Okay.
Take it out of my bag of holding first.
Bow, bow. Okay, 16. No problem with that. It's it takes the appropriate amount of time for her to basically apply it and for it to dry. And you said you were going with black,
Yes.
so going from white to black, it probably takes a couple of applications to get the full darkness of the hair that you want, but before long, she's got your hair color changed. So. So, anything for anybody else? All right. So, Rith and Rowan, you guys are at the pit, just drinking, watching fights, and whatnot for the evening.
Yeah, I'm shooting the shit with him if he wants to for
Okay.
a while.
Ew. Yeah. Whatever Rith wants to do. I'm doing it too.
Whatever Rith wants to do. You heard him. You heard him.
Woo!
I would like to rage.
See, my capabilities have been rubbing off on you.
I'm so angry.
And that's exactly how I see him saying it too. Just a chuckle and a smile. I'm so angry.
You should take that newfound rage into the pit.
You don't think I'll do it? Going over to the barkeep.
What can I do for you?
I want in.
He's got some frustrations to get out.
All right. Well, I mean, I got a sign-up sheet there. Let's see. I mean, it's pretty average night around here. Should be able to get someone for you. You'll look. Have you been here before?
I grab the sign-up sheet and I'm like, sign my name. It's not average anymore, and hand it back to him. You're looking at an undefeated fighter in this pit.
Looks at the name. Does he recognize you? Oh, Wet Willie guy. Yeah. That was. Yeah. I was unorthodox, but impressive.
Yeah, they can't stop what they don't see coming, you know?
Spoken
You
like
need
a
an
true-
opponent, Rowan?
No, I think they got one. I'm good.
Okay.
Is that Rith?
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in here. I mean, If he'd want to, I'm sure that would be. We could bill that as undefeated versus undefeated, and
I'd hate to end his streak. You know, I don't want to be the one to do it.
yeah.
Does Rith hear this?
Possibly. Give me a perception check. It's a loud bar, so it's...
Natural 20, please.
It's a dirty 20. Yeah, I'd say you hear.
Rith chuckled inside. That's it. Oh.
Okay. Like, all right, I
Rowan
will-
seemed down, so Rith wanted to bring him to a place that have fun.
I will get someone worthy of someone of your stature here at the pit.
Yeah. All right.
Sends out 4-year-old child.
Go sit back down.
All right. Okay.
I look forward to your fight.
Yeah, me too. Grrr.
Believe that.
Make him pull one of those random NPC sheets that he's had sitting away, and
Oh, I mean, it's not hard for me to find someone. There are people there.
Looks around for Tomtak.
He might be there. Give me a perception check.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys sit back down. You see someone come out from behind the bar, go walk over towards Tomtak, talk to him for a moment, point over in your direction. Tomtak kind of looks over there. You see his finger kind of point towards Rith. They shake their head and point towards you. And he's like... And then they go back.
I give my most intimidating face I can towards him.
All right, go ahead and give me an intimidation check. He kind of gives that... He's trying to look like he's intimidated by you. Doesn't look like he is. But all right. So you guys sit there for a little while. After a bit of time, Rowan, your name is called up as one of the next combatants, and you are facing off against Tomtak. So.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Right? And Tom kind of looks over towards you, Rith, as he goes in. He says, promise not to break your friend.
Promise he won't break you.
Oh.
I try to intimidate
Oh.
on his behalf.
All right, go ahead and give me one, but with charisma instead of strength, since you're not working for yourself.
Intimidation's a charisma check, anyways.
Yeah, but when you're doing it, if you're doing it for yourself, I sometimes allow you to substitute strength, since that's what you're.
Oh, it was almost a natural 20.
Yeah, it would have been awesome, wouldn't it?
Would have been great.
He has a moment, like, trying to tell whether or not you're serious, and then goes, Good one. I'll send him back in one piece. And heads down the steps. So, all right. Pretty sure I had uno momento. Let me see if I. Do. Yeah. Yeah, I think he's up there, but that's fine. We will just roll with it.
Ah, he said the thing.
I said the thing. All right. Okay. So, I haven't pulled out the rules for fighting in the pit for almost 2 years. So,
Wow.
just to refresh everybody, each match is a series of contested athletics or acrobatics checks. Each check is the equivalency of 1 minute. The difference between the rules is cumulative until a threshold of 10 is reached. At that point, the fighter must make a con save, DC determined by me, to remain conscious. If the fighter makes the save, then they are temporarily stunned and make their next attempt or attempts at disadvantage. Once a threshold of 20 is reached, the fighter is unable to continue and the fight is over. If a fighter exceeds their opponent's check on a single roll by 5 or more, the fighter may attempt to grapple for either a ground and pound maneuver using athletics or a submission attempt using acrobatics. The escape DC is for either one of those is 5 plus the grapple attempt. So the fight comes up and Tomtak is introduced. Rowan, you are introduced as a returning yet undefeated veteran of the pit. Made famous by your unique fighting style and unorthodox approach.
Yeah.
So, the fight does indeed begin. I don't think I have Tomtak in here as an NPC right now. I don't think so.
How dare you?
I know.
This is Tomtak we're talking about.
It is Tomtak. Thought I had him at one point, but let's see, was he in the pit? I thought maybe he was over here. No.
He
he's
was
not.
by us down below in the south because we trained him once.
Yeah, that's true.
So I know where your characters are.
I think I just All right. It's fine. We will just go ahead and use the numbers I have here. So that's fine. Okay. So, fight begins. Rowan, you can go ahead and make your contested check using athletics or acrobatics. And we'll do the same here for good old Tomtak. Oh. Well, all right. So,
Ouch.
Rowan, you come charging in, and Tomtak is true veteran of the fighting pits. He's faced off against the likes of Rith, and numerous people inside of here. Bears a fair number of scars. Probably still sporting a few from probably a fight earlier this week. Might even have a black eye. Doesn't really seem to care. He lets you come in and hit him, just full out. And he kind of leans to the side, spits out a little bit of like blackened blood. and just wham, and just socks you right back, hitting you right in like the solar plexus, and you just feel your breath just kind of So go ahead and make a con save for me, please.
I got this.
Yeah.
Oops, that's not what I want.
I believe in you.
Okay. 14. He hits you right in the chest, and you feel your air just kind of seep out of you for a moment. Tomtak kind of looks up towards the railing where he kind of saw where you were towards Rith, and just shrugs and comes back in for another strike. So go ahead and give me another check. Only you have disadvantage now. So. All right. So you weather the initial part of whatever storm he has kind of leveled against you, and interesting. And you start to find your own little bit of rhythm against him, and you manage to start defending yourself, even landing a few more shots at him. And over time, it seems to be catching his attention. And he still seems to hold a more definitive advantage against you, but it's equaling out a little bit. So if you want to go ahead and give me another check, still a disadvantage. All right, so he starts to levy a few more hits against you, seizing back the advantage, overwhelming you with just more of his size and experience in the fight. Go ahead and give me another con save there.
Noctar, your mic's picking up some static, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Okay, 22. You're hanging in there. It does seem to be, again, fight's taking its toll on you, but you are still hanging in there. So go ahead and give me another check. You don't be at the disadvantage this time.
Oh. Well,
Okay.
skill check wise, it's not
That's
bad.
fine. I will let you at this point, since that's a nat 20. And see if you want to try to grapple him down.
Sure. What do I need to do?
It's just a grapple check using your athletics. If you're trying to go for like a submission type of maneuver, or oh, nice.
Oh.
All right. He does. You manage to catch him as he's moving in for what seems to be more of a knockout blow against you, and wrestle him to the ground briefly, but he manages to power out of it and heave you away. So the fight will continue on. Go ahead and give me another check from you.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, so you start to seize back initiative again, uh, picking up some steam as you're going forward there. Dang it! Am I not clicking a button? There we go. All right. Moving into basically the 5th minute of this particular fight, and go ahead and give me another check. Oh, that's not good.
That's not good.
Yep. So over time, I mean, you put up a valiant effort. For bits and pieces, you seem to have figured out and fallen into a bit of a using your newfound experience on the road, especially having fought with Rith a few different times, physically, and various other entities that you guys have encountered. You're not quite the same person you were the first time that you came in here, but Tomtak is a pit fighting veteran, and eventually, his blows wear you down, and you manage to hit the ground. Not able to continue from that point on, but he does spare from knocking you completely out. And as the judge calls him the victor, he extends a hand to help you up.
Yeah, I'll take his hand and then I'll just look at him and, is that all you got? And smirk at him.
He picks you up, laughs. Ha ha! You've been hanging around with Rith. I like you. Slaps you on the back, kind of hard, and after some of the beating you've took here, it doesn't feel exactly too good. Go ahead and just give me a. You're trying to give me a deception check. See how well you maintain your tough guy image with him.
Very tough.
He's impressed. Inside you grimace, but outside you steel. You know, so he takes you back up, and Tomtak will sit down with you, the pair of you, for the rest of the evening, and just chit chat, talk. He'll buy a drink or two, and has nothing but good things to say about you from now on, there, Rowan.
I've still got a winning record.
All right. Anything else for the pair of you this evening?
Nah, probably about supper time or whatever. We'll head back.
All right. Okay, so everybody, you're back at the tower as soon as Rowan and Rith arrive. Rowan, are you doing anything to heal yourself up before you go back in, or are you wearing your scars proudly?
I'm wearing my scars proudly.
All right, like it. So, shortly after Ilga fixes supper for everybody who's there, Rith and Rowan will roll in. Rowan probably looking a little bit worse for the wear, but not too bad. Looks like he's been punched a few different times.
Did Ritz beat you up again?
No. You should see the other guy, though. He's way uglier.
I chuckle.
How was it, Rith?
Good fight.
Good. Let's eat.
You look different.
Figure it'd be safer for everyone.
Your choice. I'll eat.
All right. Anything you guys wish to discuss or do as the evening wears on, or before you guys head to bed for the evening?
I'm going to break out some cash into those bags. Then I'm going to hand out some gold to everyone. I'm going to hand everyone 833 gold pieces, telling them it's the sale of the sword.
Ooh. Very nice.
Did you guys learn anything at Eyeglass?
We learned that they could be in the, what was it, Cormanther
Yeah.
forest. Other than that, he has not found much more information. Eiglar said not to go to the castle if we can avoid it, to go into it, as it's, or Alhazir, I mean, as it's a notorious place.
Oh, okay.
Well, the place we're looking at is supposed to be east of the castle anyway. So hopefully we won't have to go that far.
I mean, I don't know. I kind of feel like rather than wandering aimlessly through mountains looking for a volcano, talking to someone and finding a direction to go, people that know the area, is probably somewhat beneficial.
I thought that's what we were going to do. Head to Slingdyke to
Yeah.
ask.
Okay. So in the morning we'll head up to Slingdyke. The town, I'm assuming, on the outskirts of the mountains.
Yes. Sounds like a plan.
Gosh, I hope he's at this one. I really hate to backtrack across the entire continent. Well, not the entire continent, but, you know, Stormhorn Mountains.
Yeah.
We'll find him.
Or we could find a stormworm.
Yeah.
Those don't sound like fun. I suppose I should probably grab something from this area to be able to teleport back here. Any suggestions? Anything on the mantle that I can kind of take or steal or anything?
You're just talking about inside the tower itself?
Yeah, I mean, I want to be
I
able
mean,
to teleport
you
back
have your
here
own
without-
things here, so
I could use
you're
those, yeah.
pretty familiar with your own pack.
Yeah.
I figured it would be pretty darn familiar with this area,
yeah.
but I wanted to make it like 100% familiar with this area.
I mean, this is where you live, quote unquote, for the moment, I guess, or at least that's where you've kind of laid down some roots. So, I would say you feel very familiar with this place.
All right. I'll try and keep my room tidier then. That way, well, I mean, tidier than all of them here. But I'll try and keep my room tidier so that if we teleport back, we end up in my room. it won't be crazy.
Be interesting, yeah. All right.
How about if we teleport back, we do it outside?
Well, I kind of feel like it's going to tether, or at least I was told it was going to tether to an area that I know well.
Yeah. I mean, it's whether or not you come into your room, it's what you can visualize.
I know.
So,
I
yeah.
just was adding flavor.
Yeah.
I don't want to end up in a wall. That's just my thoughts.
Make a note. Lilith goes in floor.
Yeah.
Or ceilings. She's okay with the floors and ceilings, just not the walls.
That's right. Or the bed.
Yeah.
Would it be awesome if we teleported back here and we ended up in the secret chamber of the castle? By the tower?
How would we get out?
I don't know.
How familiar are you with the secret chamber?
None that I know here. But I do know back at my parents, they had them.
So, was it a secret chamber or just a chamber?
Well, it was secret from everyone else.
This is an almost secret chamber.
Yeah.
Or a kind of secret chamber.
Kind of feel like they build castles and towers and things with secret exits so that people can escape and go find other areas.
There's no way a wizard would have a tower built like this with some kind of secret in it, right?
I would assume so, actually.
And the hunt begins.
Where are you going, Lilith?
I'll be back.
I put the bug in her ear. I'm good. I don't have to do any work though. I just have to tempt.
Why do you
Dangle
want to
the
make
carrot.
more stuff for me to do? Huh?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Goggles on. It's gonna take 2 days, but I'm gonna find this secret chamber.
Well, usually it's a secret passage out, but you know.
Sorry, in the basement.
I don't actually mean to do this stuff. It just kind of pops into my head.
All right. That's fair.
And the ceiling falls on Damien.
Well, at least go fancy. Make it a chandelier.
Could be a candelabra.
I
Yeah.
can accept this. Although I'd be immune to the fire, so.
But it's the bludgeoning damage, really. That's all I care about. So.
It's like smacking sense into me. I like it.
Yep. The way I'm looking for it. All right. Oh, I mean, 2 of our people wandered off for a moment, but is there anything anybody else needs to talk about before you guys bed down for the evening? Since I know there is like 12% of a plan right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
Talk to people in town. See if they know things that
Find
are happening in a
volcano.
mountain. Find volcano in the mountain.
I like this. Oh, I like it. It's good.
Somehow
that's-
kill Ski Rod.
That's how we operate.
That's probably the easiest part of the plan. There is
Yeah.
I mean, because
goddamn
our plans
stab him
never
until he
go.
dies.
Our plans never go right anyway, so we're just kind of glossing over. Let's just kind of do this, and we'll see if this works.
I mean, and Rith was here when you made the plan, so it's destined to not work.
Yeah.
All right. So, nothing else for anybody else this evening, and you guys can take your full night's rest inside the comfort of your own tower in your bedrooms. And for the following day, how early did you guys want to start? Considering that Lilith is really the linchpin here for this.
I mean, I'll be up at my normal time.
Right.
Same.
Right.
Same.
Ready to
Lilith.
get on the road.
How much do you want to delay the party?
Not too long. Just a little bit, like hitting the snooze once.
Okay. All right.
What if Rith is your alarm clock? How many times are you hitting that snooze button?
Just once. Because it won't happen again.
I think that snooze button hits back.
Yeah, that's why it's only once.
All right. So, following day, you guys get up. Are we taking horses and wagon, or what is the travel plan here?
I would insist on taking the wagon, even if we just leave it at Slingdyke.
Well, I wonder if we could just pay someone to bring it back down if we needed to.
It's an option.
Wagon it is.
Yeah, I'd probably say wagon and then the horses.
Okay. All right. So, you guys get the wagon hitched up to the horse, saddle up the horses, and begin your trek out of town. Are you wanting to pass through town or take the road that goes around the outside? It just bypassed going through Arabelle.
I think it'd be faster to bypass it.
It would.
Yeah, we'll go round the outside.
Okay.
Round the outside.
I will have put on actual reins on the horse with the cart, and I'll be handing them to Lilith.
You don't want to drive?
I need practice working on that spell.
Oh, okay.
Don't ride behind the cart.
They may not want to ride in front either.
I'm not going to aim that way. I'm going to aim
Oh.
behind.
Oh, okay.
You
I thought you meant because I'm driving.
realize Kovac is always at the back, right?
That's true.
This ride shall prove a challenge.
Hey, that'll make sure that you do it right. Just don't hit Kovac.
I
Why
don't
don't
think
you go-
Kovac will sit there.
Why don't you like try the spell out to the side, maybe?
I mean, that could be just as bad.
Well, if they're in front and Kovac is off to the other side in the back, it may not be, right?
I'll work on it when it looks safe, then.
Okay.
All right. So we maintaining just a normal pace for the day?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything you guys want to do while you are traveling north? I mean, this is a very familiar patch of road for you guys, especially at least the first 10 miles or so, as you've trekked this way a few different times, back and forth to the farms, back and forth to the Knowles Pass for the bandits, back and forth to Shadowdale. I mean, it's... you guys have been along this stretch of road a few different times.
Yeah. It's a familiar road.
Yeah. That we travel here.
Yeah.
I'm watching the horses.
Okay. Give me an animal handling check.
True.
You did this to yourself.
No. Kelnoran did it to him.
6.
Yeah.
I mean, driving a
Every-
wagon isn't necessarily something that you're unfamiliar with. I mean, you've probably had to do it a few different times in your travels, or at least riding horses. You're familiar with that.
But while he's trying to cast a spell beside me, is what
Yeah,
makes
yeah,
me nervous.
that's a bit nerve-wracking, distracting.
I'm in the back of the cart.
Right. Give me a perception check there, Kelnorin, as you're casting, practicing your spell and whatnot, and
So I'm like pulling this way and then this way and then this way and then this way, trying to keep the wagon straight, and it's just
15.
15. Okay, yeah. I mean, you notice as some of the times when you're casting, it is, Lilith gets a bit distracted, and you can feel the wagon start to veer off to the right, and then she corrects, and then it goes off to the left, and then there's a period of time where it goes off the right, and then you feel it kind of bumping along the grass of the road until it veers back to the other side. Overall, I mean, to you, Lilith, the horses seem fine. They seem great with this. Surely nothing wrong. Kelnor and the horses are looking to you a bit distressed. They're not quite sure what's going on. After about lunchtime, they're looking a little bit distressed with the swaying of the movement. Not panicked in a way, but just a little distressed.
I'll stick my head out by Lilith. Say, just trust the horses. Don't pull so much on the rein. You're freaking them out.
you're freaking me out.
How do little pew attempt to make fire freak you out?
Because if it goes wrong, the wagon catches on fire, and I'm sitting in the wagon.
I'm a little hurt.
Okay, no,
I've never messed up with magic.
I think we're okay. I think I believe in you and I trust you, and I'll do better with the horses.
I'll crawl into the front seat, sit down on the bench, take the reins from her.
I can do it. I just
know.
I haven't driven in a long time because usually you're driving, so.
I know. And then I'll pat her on the head.
Thanks.
And I'll just tell the horses where we're going and then drop the reins and get in the back.
All right. Back on autopilot. Got it. Right. So, rest of the trip, as you guys are traveling north, inside the wagons and whatnot, I mean, you make very good time. What normally takes you, what would normally be about a 2-day trip on foot to get to Slingdyke, just takes one. And as you guys are getting about a couple hours after lunch, you start to see the redwoods, the forest come into view on the west side of the road. The storm horns, beginning to loom higher and higher on the horizon. And eventually, the town of Slingdyke comes into view. And doesn't basically right about dinnerish time, or shortly before that, is about when you are arriving in town. So anything you are looking to do once you get in, or are you just looking for a place to stay right away?
Might as well
I'd
look.
say
Go ahead.
look for the inn or tavern, or if it's combined.
Okay. Let me. Huh. Here. Gotta get my notes. I didn't have them up right away. My bad. Bad DM.
How dare you?
You know, I mean, I'm of the impression I never really know how far you guys are gonna get in anything. Let's see here. Okay. Do 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 do. There are no mistakes.
Only happy
little
accidents.
Only happy accidents. That's right. And then changes to continuity. That's all there is. All right. So, you make your way into Slingdyke. It is not a very large town or place. It is a former trade outpost. Most of it appears to be a little bit run down at this point. A lot of there is as you're wandering through, there is one of the older buildings that looks to still be in decent shape. Has a sign on it that says Slingdyke Arms. Looks like it has like a hitching post outside of it where horses could be. It's a small 2-story structure, again, mostly run down and a little bit in need of repair at this point. A little bit of TLC, but does appear to be open at the moment. There are a couple of horses that are outside. A few other buildings that are around too. And you see what looks to be a little bit more well-maintained building that probably looks to be a guard outpost based off of its structure and more functionality built. So there are a few other buildings in town that are probably maybe general store, tailor, leather worker, basic shops that might be of use in here. But you do see a couple of purple dragon guards roaming the street here and there, but not a very large town.
So we look for the inn.
Yeah, they may be able to give us information or point us in a direction of somebody that could, maybe give us information that we're looking for.
Maybe some kind of hunter or trapper or ranger that knows the area. We might be able to hire them or something to get us, if they know it.
Well, let's start with the inn then, and if that fails, then I'll head over to the military installation in town. I imagine it's not too big. I haven't seen a ton of them, but their presence is still here. But let's start with the inn. What can we find?
Okay. So, like I said, the one building that basically resembles what would look like an inn or tavern of sorts. You guys can make your way up to the Slingdyke Arms. And, I mean, there is a place for you to tie up the horses. You're heading inside then? All right. Who's going in?
I'll lead the way.
I'll follow.
Rith, Kovac, Kelnorin, you guys staying outside or going in?
Staying outside.
Outside with
However,
the
has speed. Yeah, I'm staying outside.
Okay, so 3 of you outside, 3 of you going in. Got it.
We don't need an army to go inside.
That's true. It
Yeah.
is just a small town.
I was gonna say, are we rough and tumble? I assume, or
As far as the
the bar makeup? I'm just trying to. Am I at a biker bar? Am I at a?
no, it's not necessarily like
Biker
rough and
bar.
tumble. It- again, it looks run down. It just like it's more functional than anything. It doesn't have a whole lot of aesthetics for comfort or anything like that. There's they have a fairly long actual bar where the bartender is. There are various tables that are seated or stationed around the ground floor here. As you come inside, you can see that there is a set of stairs that goes up. You can't see exactly what's up there because it looks like the second floor is completely enclosed, but it again more functional than rough and tumble. The tables and
Okay.
chairs, they look like they've seen a lot of use, but they are still seem to be well maintained or made for efficiency. There are various people in here. A few of them look to be wearing guard or purple dragon outfits. So some of the members of the Cormire Guard itself, the Cormire Army, and there are a few other individuals that look like they're probably residents of the area, some farmers, based off of their somewhat dirty appearance, some dirt in the hands, things like that. But yeah, there's at this point probably about 20 people in here.
All right. Well, I will head up to the bar and try and get a hold of the head of the establishment here.
Okay, you walk up, and as soon as are you sitting down at one of the stools that's at the bar, or are you just standing there?
Well, with this posse behind me, I will be a little less intimidating and sit.
Okay. How about the pair of you? Are you guys sitting as well?
I'm just looking for this posse.
I'm looking for the intimidating ones.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Actually,
Yeah.
Ritz walks in the door. No, just kidding.
Got the halfling woman and the
Yeah.
Things.
That's trying to be
One that doesn't even-
inconspicuous.
yeah, that's like one that doesn't even look like a tiefling. Looks like a guy.
I'm like awkwardly like, hi,
Hey.
nodding to everyone that
Hey.
looks at in my direction as I walk through.
You literally look like the kid that's going to the bar with dad,
Yeah.
a teenager.
Wait, I am a teenager.
I know, that's what I said.
Oh.
All right, so you saddle up to the bar, you sit down on one of the stools. Portly guy comes over. What can I get for you?
hi. What was your name, sir?
Marin.
Marin.
Yeah.
Marin. So, do you run this establishment? It seems to be the lifeblood of the town.
Well, I mean, we're the only place that has any kind of ale or anything worth doing in this region, so yeah,
Extremely
yeah.
important then.
Ale's important. Do you want
Uh,
some?
I'm fine. I don't know if you gentlemen want anything. Do you?
Yes.
Okay,
He
always.
looks at Lilith kind of
Um,
confused when he says gentleman. It's like, um, ma'am, anything for you? Ma'am? Is it ma'am? Okay. Anything for you?
I'm perfectly fine. I could use a little bit of information though, if you have a minute, sir. And I'll
Uh,
throw a couple coins up on the couple gold up on the thing.
all right. Yeah. What are you looking for?
We're heading into the mountains, and we were trying to get either a map or a guide. I don't know if you have someone that could hook us up, or if you know of someone in the area that would be available to help support.
Do you know where you're going?
Uh, it's on a more of a need to know basis, but as of right now, um, probably towards Castle Kilgrave, but we hope to avoid that.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you're looking for Castle Kilgrave, I mean, there's some. I mean, there are still some paths. They're a little bit overgrown, a bit nowadays, but there's still some pretty easy paths to follow up in that direction if you're looking to head that way. Wouldn't necessarily need a guide to get yourself there, but I mean
Well,
the
I have confidence in our ability to get there. It's traversing through the mountains and trying to find what we're going to find. Do you happen to know of someone that does guides or anything through this area? I guess I don't know. Is it a mining establishments or anything up there in the mountains?
not very many. I mean, there's a lot of mountains are a bit dangerous. I mean the purple dragons sometimes take some forays into there just to keep the bandits and the monstrous critters at bay. Keep them kind of cooled down a little bit, so to speak. But only really the foolhardy or the desperate try to set up mining outposts up there. Really not a whole lot that go towards the castle either. That's there's some bad things up there from what the stories say. Ain't no one bothering to go in that direction a whole lot.
Well, we're primarily looking to rid the world of one of the bad things that may be up there. Um,
Yeah,
okay.
you and a lot of other people that have gone up that direction, but I mean, I can. We've got a couple of trappers that go a little bit into the mountains, not very far. Definitely not as far as Kilgrave, and that's it's a day or two, I think, up the mountain.
Okay. So it
Most of them
seems like
stay
I have an
within the
option
fort.
of trying to find a trapper or heading over to the military establishment in town and seeing if they have any forays heading up that direction.
Yeah, like I said, they generally stay within well, half day's travel of the town, I think. Kind of looks down. Hey, half day? Is that what you go? One of the guards looks back. What, mountain? Yeah, about half day's in. That's it. Yeah, about a half
I,
day.
I imagine we're probably going to need to go a little further than that.
Hmm.
Um,
Well, I mean, you can always they might have some maps over at the outposts that could probably give you a little bit more detail on the area. They might be willing to part with or let you make a copy of.
do you have any contacts over there that I could drop a name for or anything?
I mean, you could talk to the guys down at the bar there. Buy them around. They
That's
might be willing to help you out a little bit.
That's certainly a start. Do they travel out, or are they localized here? Do you know any of their names?
Most of them, I mean, the garrison that's here will travel out a bit. I mean, you can go talk to if you're looking to talk to someone specific over there, the Captain Quentin is the guy you'd want to talk to. Otherwise, I mean, any of those guys might be able to give you a little bit of information.
Okay. I will attempt to go find Captain Quentin. Thank you very much for your time. If anything pops into your head about that area, or if you have a trapper that walks in that you don't see very often that you know works up in that area, please try and get in contact with us. We'll probably be here for the rest of the evening.
Yeah,
Uh,
sure. Did you guys need a room?
I imagine we're probably going to board the horses here, because this is probably the last bastion of civilization before we head up into the rocky terrain. So we'll probably have to bed the horses here if that's all right with you.
If you're looking to board them, I mean that's perfectly fine. We can set you up with a. We got some room back in the stables.
Okay, perfect. I'll take care of that here in a little bit, but let me go down to the bar here and talk with the outpost people and see if I can get a hold of this captain.
All right. I mean, there was something that came to mind. I mean, if you're looking for someone that goes further up into the mountains, probably talk to the captain about there's a group that took up residence maybe a few hours up the road and down one of the paths. They set up a settlement there a few months ago, I think. They've been building there. Not really a bunch of outgoing people, but they seem to be making a go of it in the mountainous areas. So they not really sure what they're doing there. They don't really talk to us a whole lot or send people down this direction, more isolated. But Captain might know a little bit more.
Okay. Well, thank you again for your time.
Yeah, if you need a room, come on back. We've got about half dozen open right now.
Okay, perfect. All right. I'll turn to my companions here. Sounds like it might be best to go through the outpost and try and sort through the military bureaucracy in the area. See if they have any expeditions. These gentlemen are enjoying their evening down the way. As I'm sure I hear laughter, joking, or whatever.
Yeah.
I could try and get some contacts away from them, or we can try and head over to the outpost and try and get someone a little more sober.
I mean, that might be best.
Okay. Were we thinking about boarding up here for the night?
I don't know.
Besides the horses.
I don't know.
I guess what time is it? I assume it's probably pretty midday-ish afternoon.
It's getting into evening at this point because you guys traveled for a full day. So.
Okay.
Oh, probably then.
Except when you guys were getting in, it was getting close to basically dinner time.
All right. I will. Let's turn back to the barkeep. Sir, I would like to board the horses here for, let's say a week's excursion, and then for the evening, I would like, how many rooms do you have?
It's like, oh, we have a half dozen. I've got about 6 right now.
Okay. I'll take 6 of them if you have that. How much would that be, sir?
Do you need the rooms for a week or just the night?
No, just the night for the rooms.
Just the night for the rooms, and you said you want 5, 10-day for the horses?
Let's do a 10-day.
10-day? How many horses?
It is, how many horses do we have, guys? 3?
Wait, do you have a horse?
Oh, yes, I did go get a horse, didn't I?
5. Yeah.
5.
5.
5 horses. Okay.
Yes.
For a week, for a 10-day, be about 25 gold pieces for the horses, and then if you're just looking for 6 rooms for the night, be about 2 more gold pieces.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Give him.
Go ahead.
What do you need?
Yeah. Wait.
You wouldn't happen to have like mead, would you?
I can check. It's like let me look underneath here real quick. If I got some, it's down over there. We get some in every now and then.
Yeah, looking for that real bottom shelf kind of stuff, you know.
Well, that's generally not the mead.
Oh,
That's some of the ale back here would be
Well,
more.
you know, the bottom shelf of the mead, you know. Yeah. It was a joke because you said you were looking under the counter.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like some southerner term that we didn't get up here very much.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about him. I'm sure we'll be back to eat here in a little bit, but we have business to take care of right now.
Yeah, that
Looks
mead.
down. Yeah, I got
You can hang out.
I got
here.
about 4 or 5. I got about 4 or 5 bottles of it left.
I'll take one.
But it's
Sure.
up to you if you want to stay and drink or if you want to come with me and try and sort out where we're heading and what we have for allies and contacts in the area.
It'll cost you 7 gold roan.
Okay. Thanks, sir.
Yeah, of course. Enjoy.
Now I'm gonna walk out and give the bottle to Rith on my way out. Got you something, buddy.
All right. So
Thanks.
fantastic purchase. I'm sure it will be of great taste. I'm going to head down to, I believe, the outpost down the way, and try and talk to them there. I don't feel like dealing with a drunken crowd in a bar to try and get us a escorted guide through the area.
So, all right. So you want to head over towards the outpost that's here, the Purple Dragon
I do.
outpost.
I'm kind of explaining
Alright.
this to them as we're coming out so that they're on the same page as me.
What was the
Oh,
name of this
yep.
place?
Slingdyke Arms.
Like arms. I did not write down the name of the bartender. What was his name?
Marin.
Marin. I'll write it down too.
I got you covered.
Because I totally have this guy made up. He's got a backstory and everything. Merple.
I cast fireball on him. No.
Retired 20th level paladin of vengeance.
Of
Breaks out
course
his
he
holy
is.
avenger.
Of course he is. They all are. All right. Does anyone want to accompany me down to the outpost, or should I go alone and you guys can hang out here? Oh, I did get some rooms for this evening. And I'll pass out the keys. They have agreed to take the horses for a 10-day as we head up into the mountains. I don't know if we'll quite be that long, but I wanted to secure them as long as we possibly could. I may work out a deal with them later if we're not back in a 10-day to have them shipped back to our house.
Kelnorn, you might want to go because they said they might have maps.
I will go with.
Yeah, I'll go with too.
Where were the stables?
They're just around the other side.
Yeah,
Of the inn.
they're attached to the building. So
Well, I'll meet you guys back here for dinner then.
Perfect.
I'll hand him my reins if he's willing to accept
Sure.
it.
Yep. I'll take anybody who's.
I'll help with the horses.
all right. So Lilith
Well.
and
I'll leave the cart with him.
okay. So Lilith and Kovac, you guys are taking the horses back to be boarded or stabled, anyhow.
Yep.
All right, and then the quartet is heading towards the outpost.
I'm definitely the low base. All right, we'll head down to the outpost.
All right, so
Good luck.
have fun storming the castle.
I was just thinking that.
It'll be the best thing ever.
All right, so you guys head off to the outpost. As you make your way over there, one of the guards that's on duty will stop you and say, how may we help you today?
I was hoping to get in touch with Captain Quentin. We have some business up in the Stormhorn Mountains, and I know you guys do patrols through the area. I wanted to see what your kind of schedule was for that, if we could accompany you, if you have guides in the area that you commonly use, or anything along those lines.
Okay.
I came from Matt.
No, he came for a map.
For a map, okay. Well, a lot of that would be restricted information specifically from the military's use. And I'm sorry, what group do you represent?
We're part of the Outlanders.
Okay, and where are you based out of?
Arabelle.
Yep.
Okay, and are you a registered charter group from Arabelle?
We are.
Okay. If you would not mind holding a moment, we'll just need to verify your charter with an individual there, and then once we have that confirmation, I can let you in to speak to the captain, and he can disclose anything to you that he would deem necessary. So, if you want to wait here for a moment for me, we'll get that cleared up for you. All right?
Okay.
He will kind of turn around, speak to someone, and they'll move off. And then he'll stay there with you. Also, what business takes you up into the mountains? That's don't get a whole lot of groups that head that direction.
We're
Sorry.
trying to find and locate someone that has, let's go with wronged us.
I mean, he's a murderer.
Oh,
Yes.
it's like an official business.
No quest attached to it, but we know the people they've wronged, so we're taking it off.
I see. Well, certainly sounds like a righteous endeavor. Whereabouts in the mountains do you think he is?
There's Worms Rock.
Oh, yeah. There's like it's one of the volcanoes up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't go that far. Generally speaking, it's a couple days march in, but there's kind of a crazy group that's taken up residence not too far from there.
Oh,
Crazy how?
Just a bunch of isolationists. Don't get a whole lot of people that try to set up settlements in the mountains themselves, but they seem to be making a go of it. They've been there for about 3-ish months, I think.
do they call themselves anything?
I think they've called their little settlements called Shaper's Rest.
Who do you know who leads?
No, we don't have a whole lot of contact with them. We've been keeping an eye on them just because it's always a little bit, curious when people set up there. But they're about half days. Well, the road that they're on is about a half day's march from here, and then they're about another couple hours west. So, not too many of them. I think there's last we knew there was maybe 5-6 dozen, maybe.
Any Dragonborn among them?
Didn't see anything the last time I was there. But that was oh man, I don't think I've been on a patrol that far out in maybe 2-3 10-day. So I'm not sure. Fulton, I think, was out there not too long ago. But he's over at the bar right now.
Oh,
Do they have any symbols that you've seen that they've erected, or
No, nothing that we've seen lately. Everything is just kind of. Last time I was there, the town was barely. I mean, a town for the most part. A lot of the buildings were still being constructed or kind of finished out. I think they had enough for the people to be mostly enclosed, but no symbols that I saw. But like I said, that was about a month ago.
maybe we could talk to? You said Commander Fulton.
Commander, he's not that. No, he's just another grunt like me. But I think he was on one. I know he was out on one of the last groups that went there. That was about 5-6 days ago, I think.
Well, if you could introduce us to him, that would be helpful.
I would, but I'm at my post right now.
Oh.
He got off not too long ago, so he's
Yeah.
over at the Arms.
I just turn
Is
around
my
and start walking
sending
back to the
stone
bar.
connected? just hold on. Is my sending stone connected to Lilith?
Sending stones are connected to everybody.
Yes.
I will pull out my sending stone.
Okay.
I will send a message over to Lilith real quick. Lilith talking to a few gentlemen here, arranging some things. They say the last person to go out there was oh gosh, what was it? Lieutenant Fulton? Nope.
That's about
That's
it. That's about all you
That's
got. There were a lot of words in there.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's all I really wanted.
What was it, Lieutenant Fulton? And that's where it cuts out.
I'll pull mine out.
I was gonna look at Lilith and shrug.
I still turn around and go walking back to the bar.
That's fine.
He talks too much. Talk to Fulton there. about Shaper's Rest.
You want to finish with the horses first?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm hoping it means there as in like inside the inn. I don't know.
I'd say probably the bar where we were at first.
Okay.
I'll take my sending stone out. Okay.
It's exactly how my character would have handled that. Just so
Yep,
you
no,
know.
that's fine. All right. So as it's 11 o'clock at this point, we'll go ahead and call it there for the evening, since this is our off day of being here. But we'll go ahead and pick up at the Slingdyke Arms next time. Looking for Lieutenant Fulton now. He was a commander. Now he's got demoted to lieutenant. Now he might
I
be
wasn't paying attention to him.
He might be Commander Brigadier next time. I don't know. 5-star general.
Oh, we're gonna look like dummies.
It's okay. I like
That's
this.
typical.
Divide and conquer. That way I'm not talking the whole time.
So
He'll be back by the time we get done with the horses.
That's well, at least Roland probably will already be in there talking to them. Well, anyhow, thank you everybody for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed tonight's episode. We'll be back
Soon.
No, yeah, normally the 25th would be our next one, but that won't be happening. But maybe we'll look at in 2 weeks, hopefully, sometime soon. Keep an eye out. If you're watching over on the YouTubes, do all the things, hit all the buttons. You know the common stuff. You know the drill. So thank you everybody once again for stopping by. We will see you next time, and until then, have a good night and keep those dice warm. Good night, everybody.
Later.
Bye.
See ya.